From Bears Last Stand to Saban's empire, we built the league, broke the mold, and rewrote the code. Crimson Tide, unstoppable, undeniable, untouchable. 7-9 champs, goal line stand. Barry Cross made Penn State fold their hand. Chile ran, Ogilvy danced. Sugar Bowl glory, banner advance. Ray Perkins brought Bennett's wrath. 3-time All-American cleared the path. Bill Curry's crew, Siren Stacy's fire. Feet steep crown, Crimson never tired. Gene Stallings, 9-2 reign. Teague stripped Miami, left them in pain. Jay Barker Lassick, Odin Tide. Langham locked down, Thorpe took flight. We're nothing but a winner. The best to ever do it. Crimson Tide rolls deep. No one can outdo it. Built for the lights, bred for the fight. We don't chase greatness, we define it right. Saban touchdown, turn fire to flame. 6 rings later, they chant his name. And Graham ran wild, first Heisman won. 2009 Texas came undone.
From Bears the last row to the boys a new dawn, we built dynasties, crushed legacies, and rewrote the code. Tide Sports says Crimson Tide, unmatched, unshaken, unrelenting. Goal line stand 7-9-5, crossed our Penn State's desire. Chile ran, no Ogilvy sword. Sugar Bowl champs, legends restored. Perkins brought defensive might. Been struck with All-American bite. Curry's crew, Siren Stacy's flame. Isaac battles earn a name. Jane Stallings, 92 pride. Teague chased down, turn the tide. Jay Barker led, Classic ran. Lane sealed it, Bama's plan. Early 2000s, Bulldogs fell.
Folks, roll tide to you. Welcome to Tight Sports. Welcome to Tight Sports. This is the coffee early morning edition. I'm gonna tell you right now, we partied all night long. What is today? It was a Friday night game. I did I guess my first full post game wrap up. I want to thank our mom for stopping through. PhD stopped through, and I just needed some rest. We are 11 days, folks. Absolutely 11 days away from playing for the win. And coincidentally, thank you for Funny Main for reminding me that this is Alabama's 100th anniversary of the first time when we appeared in the Rose Bowl. And if I'm not mistaken, that is the one where the journalists were confused about who our mascot was, and he saw that the trunks that we were carrying had an elephant on the side of it, and they figured that it was the Alabama's mascot. So, hey, whatever. It had a lot more to do with the size of the people carrying those trunks. Notice I said they were carrying trunks. If you don't know what a trunk is, go get one, fill it up with stuff, and carry it. We didn't, during that time period, they weren't smart enough to put wheels on them. They were heavy. Anyway, moving on. I just wanted to sit down here and go over the press conference information and just look at a couple of clips and sights of the game. Ease my way back into this. Like I said, we're going to go strong. 12 days actually, but 11 days away from the Rose Bowl. And wanted to take a look at these some press conferences from some key contributors. Get my big face out the way. There we go. See how that goes. Turn that off. That was crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I got mine. You got I got you. Yeah. I do want to say, Jermaine, Funny Man, you wrong for calling Oklahoma Sooners kickers Daisy Dukes. You absolutely wrong for that, bro. That was uncalled for. I'm just be honest. I'm be honest, but be honest with you, man. That man didn't deserve that, man. He was already having a rough night, man. And you gonna call that man Daisy Dukes? I don't think it was uncalled for, man. I mean, that man, he made a fashion choice early in the season, had nothing to do with us, had nothing to do with you, but bro, calling that man Daisy Dukes was just ridiculous. Yeah, everybody's coming through to get their roses, and saw Cam Dewberry doing the Daniel Hill run for a touchdown. He did the Karate Kid thing. I just think you're athletic enough, man, to get your knee up higher than that. I'm just be honest. I was in the band. I got my knee up higher than that. Welcome Former was out there doing his thing, man. He's back at right tackle. I said it the other day. I just didn't think we should have a freshman at right tackle. Period. Some people are special, but I mean, I've seen enough action come out that corner to know that I didn't want to see a right tackle out there against Oklahoma. This is a long video, folks. I'll let you know that Josh Cuevas doing his thing, did his thing. There's a future. Keelan Russell, Austin Mack. Bullpen is looking nice. The bullpen is looking nice. Is that Coach Robinson right there, linebacker coach? Oh, man. Up early today, I had to get some rest. I needed some rest. And I guess I'm hoping that we'll have LT Overton back. Lawson over there doing his thing. We get LT Overton back. I mean, he had an injury. I don't know if he was traveling or whatnot. And another note, I found out that they noticed that there is Big Proctor. Big Proctor, that's one of those special freshmen. He looked special from the moment he got there. And he's looking special now. They did say that Coach Ryan Grubb did go back up in the press box. They actually thought him coming down to the field to make some adjustments kind of hurt them over the last couple of games. You know how things look a little wonky. Against Auburn, against Georgia. Tim, I'll block your ish Keenan. Hey, man. I know the guy dropped the snap, but still, Keenan was on. He was Jenny on the spot. Bray Hubbard, what is up? So I noticed that, everything with the offense, they made some quick adjustments coming after the first quarter, even though I think we got robbed of a fumble. People kind of forget that. It was a bad first quarter. Oh, there goes Slick Sheridan. Hey, Slick is moving on to Michigan State. Great. I am so happy for him. He can go coach on a level that maybe suits his there he is. Coach Womack. He pitched the gym out there. Man, gym of a game, man. When they turn that heat up, look at Greg Burns. Greg Burns, crunk. That's the athletic director, Graham. He like, give me my flower. Where the Gatorade at? Somebody show me did somebody tap the kid? Look at it. Ty Simpson in there acting crazy. Man, it was a great win, man. There he is. This is right after Ty gave him the ball. You saw Ty was pumping that ball hard out there in the end zone. The game was over. He ended up giving the ball over to his coach, Jeremy Bernard. What can I say? That was one catch. I'm glad it didn't take it away, but that was one heck of a catch. I think first up is the coordinators are going to come in, and we'll see what they're talking about. Let me cut this music off. Let's see what the coordinator is talking about. But yeah, Ryan Grubb went back up into the press box. I think I saw a difference. I think we had 34 points against a really, really good defense on most days. Let's see, where are we?
Where you're going, I think we see the players play at that level, and the complementary football and the fight that they had and stepping up to make plays on both sides of the football when you have to. that's the dream. That's team football, man. And, you know, it wasn't pretty for sure. Played a really good defense, but made the plays when we had to. You know, there's definitely some we left out there, but I was, you know, I got in the locker room. I just told the guys, that's the guys I know. That's the fight that I saw all the way back in August and in spring, and just seeing it come to life today. And, you know, the last thing I told them was job not done. We're still rolling.
Still rolling.
Coach Womack.
Yeah, great fight by our football team. When you're down 17-0, the way that you have to protect your sideline, the energy to go on a 34-7 run after being down 17-0. That's what we're trying to build this team on.
34-7 run. Oh my God! Now, of course, we exposed Oklahoma. Oklahoma shouldn't even been there. That the SEC officiating office realized that was the worst officiating game that they had seen in a long time. They admitted it. Now, when you go and look at how the game turned out, Auburn should have won the game. Unfortunately, we'd probably ended up playing somebody better like Tennessee, or maybe Notre Dame gets in, maybe Texas gets in. I don't know how it was lined up, but these guys shouldn't have been there.
You know, you think back on where we have gone, and you think about a year ago not being able to answer the bell and not punch back, and now I think
right.
You know, all our kids do is they fight, they punch, and they just keep punching, and that's the only way you come back from a 17-0 game like that. You play great team football, you play complementary football, love the energy and juice. Our sideline is a living, breathing organism, and our guys are doing a great job of putting themselves in position. Great football teams get better, and this is the time, right? You just continue to work and strive. But that was a good team win that we just had right there.
I love it.
Thank you, coaches. If you have a question, raise your hand. We'll try to get it to you. We've got two questions right in the front. Let's start with Charlie and then Chase.
Just for Coach Womack, what kind of momentum shift is that big six from safety?
Now, like all momentum shifts from a pick six come, I mean, when you can not only, you know, flip the field, but then score in that situation, really awesome. And I mean, I thought our offense was ready to answer the bell. They answered the bell in just critical times. I mean, when you're down like that, to get something going, the pressure that you know, you think about what they were bringing, and they credit them. They had a really good plan early on coming into this game. They changed tendency at pretty much every first, second, third down, and you know, our players did a really good job of just adjusting. We saw something that we thought that we could get them and bait them into it. We had showed a little bit of zero pressure, and then all of a sudden we baited to a drop 8 cover 2, and Zabian made a hell of a play.
Chase, go ahead.
For Coach Grubb, I understand you were.
I just want to say that was one of the worst pick six throws I've ever seen in my life. I don't know what was going on, and just to make it simple, you know, people have these options route. Either you do this, if you see this, we're going to do this. Me and you going to do this. Well, certainly the receiver thought something else because he kept going. He ran right into coverage. They didn't know we had coverage in the flats. But I think the simplistic way to explain this, on the road, and they were clearly nervous, even though they were at home, they saw the Tide was coming after them. I think they wear white and white on the road. I think he thought Zay Brown was his teammate. I don't know if they got a 2, but they do have a 4, they got a 5 receiver. I don't know if they have a 2. I think he thought Zay Brown was indeed that receiver who was supposed to go come up there, recognize from what Zay Brown said to cover 0, bust a button hook, and just sit there and get the easy reception. And because everything's quick, folks' arms are flailing, people are grunting, some people are in pain, some people are inflicting pain. I think he just
Back in the booth after a couple of games on the sideline. Can you just speak to that change back?
Yeah, Coach Shepard is obviously at Oregon State now, and so Tyler Hughes, one of our senior analysts, is coaching the receivers. That's a big job on the sideline, getting the right guys in the game. So with his eyes not up in the box for me, and Coach Dowling wasn't here. He's been at Oregon State, so haven't had him all week. So I just felt like just to be accurate and make sure I got the things I needed from the sky. And, normally I have a couple guys up there give me information. I feel really good about that, but didn't have that exact scenario. So just felt like it was the prudent thing to do, be up there and make sure I got good pictures.
Let's go to the far left side of the room to Katie.
For Coach Grubb, just what did you see from Latsier tonight stepping up just really the whole game as a freshman, but especially that first third down conversion of the game that was
special
his
talent.
First down, just kind of how he stepped up tonight.
Well, not to like TMI here, but I saw Herb Street in the bathroom at halftime, and he was like, "Man, you were right. Brooks is the guy," you know. And I just had a feeling. I had said before the game that I felt like Latsier was in a position in this game plan to step up. And we see it every week from 17, just on the practice field. We got a really talented room with him and Ryan and Isaiah and Jerm, but just those are the plays we needed to have from all those guys. And I don't think there's anybody on that sideline that was surprised a bit that 17 made those plays. He's a stud.
Okay, we got 3 questions from the right.
Latsier Brooks, special talent. PhD asked a question the other day, like, you know, what do you do for like Ryan Williams? What are they going to say? What are they going to do? And the plain simple thing of it, yeah, the days of butt chewings are kind of passing us by. There are times for it, but you can't do it every week. For how long has Ryan been off? What, 2 months? Something like that, or a whole season or whatever. He has an astronomical drop rate in comparison to other receivers. Now, how do you address that? Targets. When you're averaging 8 targets a game, and now you're down to 5, maybe you go to 3, and you see the other guy over there is getting closer to the 8 or the 9 or the 10 touches in a game. Latsier Brooks is the man. I'm just gonna say that. Jeremy Bernard has all the skills in the world. Isaiah Horton is I think is an excellent possession receiver. He doesn't come with a lot of yak, but he comes with a whole lot of catch. So if he's standing on the other side of the first down yard marker, he's going to execute. But I think that Ryan Williams is, you got to give him time. My thing is, do you adjust? Does he willing to sit there and work with a Derek Nix and adjust himself? Because, hey, right now it looks like Latsier Brooks needs more compensation. Or do we just increase him and don't leave him alone? You don't want to run him off. Guy still got talent, but there are other guys coming in as well. So I don't know. I'm gonna do a little special story about that, I guess, more in depthly, probably on my show Around the Herd at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. We're gonna take a look at some real numbers and see if we can. I don't know. I don't know what's in somebody's head. I know there was a whole bunch of things going on with him, but man, let's get back to the action. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it with other people, let them know the tide is rolling.
Let's start with Nick first.
Is that a question for Kane? Obviously, that was an offense you guys limited somewhat in the first game, and then they kind of storm out to a fast start. What is the message on the sideline for those guys to make sure they don't get freaked out by that?
Well, I think, we talked about it before the game. There was going to be wrinkles. There were going to be things that they did. And I thought they had a great plan early on. I thought the quarterback played out of his mind in the first half. He was dialed in, did a really good job. We didn't affect him early enough from a pass rush standpoint, and then we started affecting him, and it drastically changed the outcome of the game. And so, just finding ways to just settle in. Let's see what their pictures are. Let's see what their game plan is, what they're going to do, and then being ready to adjust whichever way we needed to. We haven't played a lot of man coverage this year, but that was what we needed to do to win the game, and our DBs were begging for it. I mean, by the time we got to the second half, they wanted it, and that's what you want, right? You want kids that are fighters, that want the ball in their court. They want to be challenged. They want to go challenge people, and our players won this game. They won the game with sheer will.
Oh my God. Because, sometimes it's like my son was in here with me and we were like, man, on that touchdown, they cut across. They had the number 5 guys, the key guy. They had him covered one-on-one, but everybody was playing zone. It's like that can get confusing. We were just saying, like, that can get confusing. They're like, man, let us have them one-on-one. I'm glad he pointed that out because we could see on that touchdown, it was just confusing. That's why the underman was wide open in the middle of the zone. Lawson was back, but it was a great throw by Mateer. They scored that touchdown that got them within 10 or something like that, or kept it close some kind of way. But anyway, it was that late passing touchdown was long. It was kind of embarrassing. And that's probably when they just said, man, let's let this go, man. These boys can't run with us one-on-one. Man, we got some dogs back there, man.
Let's go to Colin next on the right side.
Hey, Ryan, what did you see from Jam, whether it was as a runner or maybe even in pass pro?
Jam did a good job. We tried to keep his reps down a little bit. Him and Daniel obviously shared the load back there tonight. And I thought he did a good job when he was in. He's still, nursing back to health a little bit, but he's a soldier, man. He was out there battling. I thought he did a good job.
Going to Matt now.
Ryan, was it something that you changed there toward the end of the first half that let things maybe get more of a foothold, or was it just execution got better?
I think there's the ebb and flow of every game, and certainly there were some looks that we had gotten to that I knew we had to be able to come back to in a different way, and made sure they were in the same coverage structure to be able to go after it, and the guys did a good job executing that. So I think there's obviously Coach Venables does a great job of presenting a lot of different pictures. And so I think getting the guys in a position where they could formationally feel familiar with what was going on out there gave Ty a little bit of freedom. And then I thought, they do as good a job as anybody at putting pressure on your quarterback. And I thought it wasn't perfect. I know we gave up sacks, but there were some critical moments that we had some really big pickups.
Let's go to Alex on the front left.
Coach, can you tell me what you've seen from Josh these last few weeks fighting to get back, and then what he gave you tonight?
Unreal. Awesome. Josh Cuevas is he's one of the toughest kids I've ever seen play football. Mentally, physically, to be able to do what he did tonight is absolutely unbelievable. People that are a little bit older remember Terrell Owens coming back and playing in a Super Bowl with a broken foot. I think he had a spiral fracture. And you think about those kind of stories with a guy like Josh, and we didn't think there was any way he was going to play, and he just kept saying he was going to find a way. And the doctors, and Jeff do an incredible job, and they got him back out on the field. And he's his mindset and his perseverance is special. It's really rare.
Go to Joe.
It was key. I think Josh came in with 4 catches, 43 yards. I don't know how many targets he had. I can switch over here to CBS, I think, gives us the targets. But, yeah, Josh played a key role. As I said, running game, quarterback best friend, security blanket, your binky. Is your tight end. You got to have one.
Second row on the right.
Question for both coaches. Over here, Ryan.
Right here, second row on the right.
There you are.
Why is playoff football so different than regular season?
Well, I think there's obviously a finality to it. Certainly you're back against the wall mentality. I think everything feels a little bit more on edge. So I think there's, as much as you'd love the week 2 game to be just as important or as much intensity, I think sometimes when you have that mentality, it's win or go home. I think that certainly that puts some different value on the game, I guess.
I think we have been playing like a winner go home mentality all season long. It's a mentality thing as much as anything. You think about where we were coming out of the Florida State game. These players have had a supreme urgency to get themselves better every single week. And that's great teams just get better. They just take little steps to go out on a Tuesday practice and go out and prepare. I thought our guys, they prepared with the same level of dedication that they've been preparing for all season long, and it put us in a position to go fight and win the game. But, the cool thing about the playoffs, we didn't come here to win the first round of the playoffs. We're going to enjoy the hell out of this. We're going to celebrate it with our players. We're going to talk to them and praise the things that they did well. But we got to correct the things that we didn't do well enough as well as we move into the second round. So great job by our guys, but this is not the end for us.
Got 2 more questions, starting with the back right room.
For both of you, down 17-0, no one outside of the building thinks you guys have a chance. Why was this team able to pull that off today?
I would credit, unfortunately, a little bit of the SEC championship. There was an address made, just with the guys and mentality that you have to have in a football game, that games aren't over when it's 14-0, especially when you're getting the ball in the second half. And I didn't feel the same resolve in Atlanta that I felt here tonight. I didn't feel like the guys were, even when it was 17-0, talking to Ty on the headset, getting with some of the coaches, I felt like there was a belief that, the defense was going to make a play, we were going to make a play, and nobody was giving up. And, ultimately something happens and springs it loose, and that's what it really takes, is to keep that momentum and that mindset. Somebody has to make a play eventually, and when you do and you have a big play, it brings it all to life.
Yeah, you don't win those games without great culture. You have a great team culture. You got a bunch of fighters, a bunch of punchers, That wasn't who we were a year ago. We learned how to do that. We fought to do that. We prepared in the offseason. Dave Ballou and our fourth quarter program, and Jeff Allen getting players back. Our players, our leaders stepping up in those moments. We've learned how to fight, and so now we have a culture of fighters, and that starts with our head coach, who's a puncher, and it just rubs off on the rest of our coaching staff and our players, and that's how you win games like that.
Yes, Lord. You can see it. You can see it. I'm glad he said it. I mean, say it and make it plain. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Man, last year, he said culture. I'm telling you, our offensive coordinator was in over his head last year. Even our current offensive head coordinator, he's done stuff he never had to do this year. He came out of the box, come down here so he can get a better picture. Went back up in the box, seeing things clearly. But God bless you, Jalen Milroe. God bless you.
Finish up with Joe, right front and middle.
Coach Rowe, can you talk about the utilization of different offensive linemen tonight, whether it was seeing Jayden Roberts for the first time in quite some time, and obviously you've been mixing in Gino Vandermark, just the mixing of the offensive line still, and to be able to have a performance like this?
Well, really, the starting lineup's the starting lineup with Michael at right tackle and Wilkin at right guard, and really it was more of just keeping guys healthy and keeping them fresh. So
switch out.
Just giving the guys a blow there for a series. Got J-Rob in there. And then Dew and Gino have been rotating a little bit for quite a while. And a little bit of that's, Dewberry's foot, just trying to make sure he's okay. And Gino's banged up as well. So those two older guys is like 0.5 and 0.5, and they make one guy. But they did a good job.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen.
All right. Thanks, guys. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
0.5 and 0.5, they make one guy. Well, I was just taking a look at the stats over here real quick. Let me pull this up. What is this thing doing? It wants to go into a video. Nope. We were talking about, Lassie Brooks and Jeremy Bernard. And, look at the targets. Ryan Williams had 3 targets. Jeremy Bernard had 3 targets. Ryan caught 1 of his. Bernard caught all 3 of his. Josh Cuevas, 6 targets, 4 receptions. Isaiah Horton, 8 targets, 5 receptions. Lassie Brooks, who had 2 touchdowns, 7 targets, 5 receptions. See that difference, that 3 and 7, and that guy's 18 years old or whatever. He's a true freshman. Ryan has been there. He's still a weapon in that he can. You can't leave him wide open. There's a chance that he may drop a pass. Looks like there's a 60-some% chance that he may drop it based on these numbers here, but all you got to do is concentrate. I think he's taking on a lot, though. The persona, the comfort animals, I don't know if he's selling them or providing them to children or whatever, his media. It's a lot of time for all that, but I just think you got to, because I think on his show, they're going out and getting guests and all this stuff, and I put it this way: if Ty Simpson doing the same thing, even if he decided to do a prayer network, an hour a day, and he brought in pastors from around the South to talk to, it'd be a lot. It'd be the kind of stuff that'll get him into a crucial game like this, and he just may not be as prepared as he could be. So I think Ryan needs to work with somebody. I'm glad Derek Nix is there. Maybe he can help him just revamp his whole approach to the game and get him back to the Hollywood we know him to be. Just a little bit more here. Where are we at? Go back to this. This is a long video, so I think I'm gonna definitely break this in 2 parts. Got the coordinators here. I think I got some more.
Look at the game.
Yeah, man. What'd you think about the game tonight?
Yeah,
I think we did a great job. We slowed in the beginning, but we picked it up in the second half.
So that 4th and 2, I believe it was, when you caught your touchdown, what did Ty say to you, or if anything, what was going through your head?
Hey, I just give all credit to Ty. He keep me up during the game. He just he just say, I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna find you the whole game. And he found me, got a connection.
Earlier on that drive, you're one play away from going 3 and out for the 4th straight time, and the ball's in the air. Just take us through that play, that I think 30-yard reception or something like that. 3rd down.
Which one?
You ran a flag
the first
route.
3rd down of that. Yeah.
Hey, I think I had 2 catches that drive. I just give thanks to Ty again. He just keeps helping me keep my head in the game. Just stay humble and the ball will find me in the light moments.
What felt different as you guys started to kind of gain momentum? Like, did you feel like a certain rhythm offensively, or what was that like?
I say the drive that we scored the first time, that's when the momentum shifted. We knew we were in the game.
What does that feel like when this offense is clicking like you know it should?
When we moving the ball, we have like a 2-minute drive. That's when when we clicking. Like that's when our offense is clicking fast.
What was the vibe like in the locker room at halftime after ZB tied it up?
Coaches just always say the most important play is the next play, and that's just what we keep on our mind. 1-0 every day, every play.
How different does the game feel for you now than it did when you first started this season?
Hey, I've been making plays, so it's just for the same to me. It's just extra sprinkle on it. So, it's just for the same.
So Jeremy Moss, the guy. What did you think of that? You see it?
He's a dog. Jeremy, Ryan, they all just be getting me right. I just learn from them, learn from the best, and it just shows.
What do you think about seeing 50 Cent come out?
That was dope. That was dope.
What's the biggest thing you've learned from Jeremy and Ryan and the older guys?
They teach me a lot. They teach me. I learned a lot from them. Route running, catching the ball, learning plays, not even football, just becoming a better man, finding God, stuff like that.
The SEC championship win offensively, what was your mindset and just approach to this game?
Things happen. We knew that's not us. We had people down, but that's not an excuse. But we just always shake back. We always shake back. We never think about the past. We learn from it, but we don't harp on it. We just came and played our game.
Has your first season gone the way you thought it would go?
I like to say so, yeah.
I mean, what was kind of the conversation, I guess, coming into your freshman year about how they wanted to use you, and is that kind of come to what you thought it would?
Yeah, yeah.
What was their pitch to you? Like, how did they want to use you this year?
Use my speed, just make explosive plays. Yeah.
Sorry if you've already been asked this, but how badly have you been wanting to get in the end zone? And then how rewarding was it tonight?
So bad. When I got in the end zone the first time, I didn't even know what to do, so I just started screaming.
You screaming a word, or like what are you saying?
Just screaming. Just screaming.
Yeah. Coach Moore says you're one of the most loose guys on the team, and sometimes he has to reel you in. What are those conversations like with Coach Moore sometimes?
He just always tells me to keep my head in the game, and that I'm a playmaker, and the ball will find me. Same thing as Ty said. The ball will find me, the light will find me, and I just got to keep doing what I'm doing.
Do you have that favorite when your first touchdown? How did that light a fire for you guys and just create momentum?
We scored that drive. I think we blocked a punt too, and it just went up. The spark just went up from there. Everybody hyped on the sideline, and we just know that we in the game. No matter what the score is, down 17, up, we just gonna play the same, keep playing our game.
Your second touchdown gave Alabama the lead. Can you walk us through that play?
We've been going over that play forever, and once it's called, I'm running it, and me and Ty just hook up, and it's just running.
How do you describe Ty Simpson as quarterback?
Ty's a great quarterback. He's a great human being. He's just great all around. Like I say, he's down 17, up 17. He just keeps the same light in his face every day.
What was he saying down 17? What was Ty saying on the sideline?
He's just saying like keep going. We still in it. And yeah, that's pretty much all he said.
Have you been to California?
Nope, never.
What's your thoughts on the Rose Bowl?
In the Rose Bowl.
Thanks, y'all. Thanks, Lottie.
That is the pride of Millville, New Jersey. Millville, New Jersey. Latsier Brooks. I don't know, I hear a little of that accent in his name. He's kind of nervous, now I got to get used to doing the press conferences. It may just be his fast twitch muscle. And if you look at the video I did on him, well, I called him Waddle 2.0 about a year and a half ago when he first committed to the University of Alabama. That man has an addiction. Yes, it's a serious addiction. He got to get in the end zone. If I'm not mistaken, several games he scored touchdowns in multiple ways, whether it was a pick six, whether it was a jet sweep, whether it was a deep pass or pass across the middle that he just housed it, or a kickoff return. The man stayed in the end zone. I don't know how many. I'm not even going to guess how many touchdowns he had in his junior year or in high school, but I do know that by the time the first few games of his senior year was over, he had to capture, I think, every scoring or receiver. No, I think every receiver record that was in New Jersey. And you're talking about a diamond in the rough. He was a 3-star when he committed, went automatically to 4-star. Why he never got the 5th star, I don't care. That system is flawed. We know that. But he is with us now. Came on campus last December. See? And that's when I'm going to throw a shot right now at Notre Dame. See? This is why you go to that little stinking bowl. You go to that little stinking bowl so a Latsier Brooks can hit your campus, and the next year he has 2 touchdowns in the playoffs. Just saying. Extra reps. Well, I'm going to break it off here, and I'm going to come back with the rest of this. I think I have – I'm going to come back with the rest of this. I have a couple more. I think I have Coach DeBoer and the team captains up there on the press conference. Going to come back with that. Remember to, like I said, subscribe to the channel. It's been one wild ride. But I'll be back with part 2 to this because, like I said, there's a lot of things I wanted to cover. Let me get myself set up here. And you know how we do it. Always remember, roll, tide, roll.